get started, you want to put your threads in order, and you want to make sure that you've got your contrasting colour for your diamond in the centre. You can separate your sections into two, and then take the inside colour from each, and knot these two together. And then taking the next colour in your sequence, either side, you want to work your diamond colour over the top of that, so you're going to be working away from the centre at this point. And then do the same thing on the other side. And now with your colours in the centre, you can just knot these together. And taking the next colour in your sequence, you want to once again knot your diamond colour away from the centre. You want to do this at both sides. And next you want to take the colour you've just worked over, and knot towards the centre. And once they're in the centre, just knot them together as normal. And then moving on to your next colour, once again you're always going to knot your diamond colour away from the centre. And then for the rest of the threads, you're going to knot them towards the centre the way you do with a regular chevron bracelet. And you want to do this at both sides. And you want to keep doing this at either side until you've completed the part of your diamond that's working outwards. Once you get to the point where you want to do the other half of your diamond, you want to do your first knot away from the centre as you have been doing, and then switch positions and do it towards the centre. And then for your rest of your threads, you're just going to knot towards the centre each time with your contrasting diamond colour. And then you want to do the same thing at the other side. So take your contrast colour and work it away from the centre the first time, and then switch and work it towards the centre for the second part of your knot, and then work towards the centre as you would do a normal chevron for the rest of the threads. So that's completed your first diamond. And then for the rest of your threads, You can work towards the centre as you normally would do until you get to your contrast thread where you'll switch positions. So once you've knotted all those, you want to begin your next diamond. So again, you're going to take your contrast colour and work away from the centre. And then you want to do the same thing at the other side. So once you've completed the sequence a second time, you should see that your pattern's starting to emerge. And you've got your diamond in the centre with a slight border at either side. So you want to keep doing these steps until you get the bracelet as long as you want it to be. And you should end up with something that looks like this. So now you can go straight to braiding your tail end if you want, but I'm going to taper the end first. If you want to do the tapering, take the end two threads, and then the one on the inside is going to be knotted away from the centre of the outside thread. And then holding those two threads, you want to take the next one in your sequence, and then knot away from the centre over both of them. And then repeat this with your next colour in the sequence, again knotting over all the threads that you had at the other side. You want to keep doing this until you get to the centre, and then do the same thing at the other side. So once you've done both sides, it should look something like this. So now you can braid your ends. Just going to do a regular straightforward plait or braid here. You want to braid both sides and then tie a knot in the end. When you've braided as much as you want, you can take all your threads and tie a knot in the end to keep everything in place. And try and match up your knots as much as possible at the end. And once you're happy it's nice and tight, you can trim off any excess at both sides. Now you can remove your bracelet from the board. You should end up with something that looks like this. So now you just want to try on your bracelet. And that is your completed diamond bracelet.